Hello and welcome to another part of this chapter graph theory. In this part we shall discuss about connected and disconnected graph. So first we define connected graph. This is the definition of connected graph. A graph G is called connected if there exists a path between any two vertices of G. So if we find that in a graph there exists at least one path between any two vertices, then the graph is called connected. So let us give one example. If we consider this graph, then we find that there is at least one path between any two vertices of G. Suppose we need to find a path between this vertex and this vertex, then we find that this is one path between these two vertices. Again there is one more path, this one, from this vertex to this vertex. So this graph is connected. Next we define disconnected graph. Actually if a graph is not connected, then it is called a disconnected graph. Now this is the definition of disconnected graph. A graph is called disconnected if there exist at least two vertices which are not connected by a path. So if in a graph we find that there are two vertices which are not connected by a path, that means there does not exist any path between these two vertices, then the graph is called disconnected graph. Now let us give one example of disconnected graph. If we consider this graph with 7 vertices and 6 edges, then we find that this graph is disconnected, because if we consider these two vertices, then we find that there is no path between these two vertices. Again there is no path between these two vertices, so this graph is disconnected. But in this graph we find that there are two blocks in this graph which are connected. So this is one connected block and this is another connected block. Now these blocks are called components. So for this disconnected graph, it has two components, namely this one, the first component, and the second component. And for any connected graph, by default the number of component is only 1. Next we define minimally connected graph. Now this is the definition of minimally connected graph. A graph is called minimally connected if it is connected and if one edge is deleted from the graph, then it becomes disconnected. So a minimally connected graph is connected, but if we delete one edge from it, then it will become a disconnected graph. So let us give one example. If we consider this graph has 4 vertices and 3 edges. This graph is connected because there is at least one path between any two vertices. Actually there is only one path between any two vertices. So this graph is a connected graph. But if we delete one edge from this graph, then the graph becomes disconnected. If we delete this edge, then the graph becomes disconnected, because if we delete this edge, then this being the first component of the graph and the second component of this graph is a part which contains only a single vertex. Similarly, if we delete this edge, it becomes a disconnected graph where this will be the first component and this will be the second component. So this graph is an example of minimally connected graph. Now there is one property that for the minimally connected graph, the number of edges is equal to number of vertices minus 1. As for this graph, it has 4 vertices, so number of edges equal to 4 minus 1 equal to 3. Next we consider one theorem. It states that in a connected graph with n vertices, minimum number of edges is n minus 1. So we shall prove that in a connected graph with n vertices, it has at least n minus 1 number of edges. Now we shall prove this theorem by means of induction. Suppose this is the statement In that a connected graph with n vertices has at least n minus 1 number of edges. So we have to prove that this statement is true for any natural number n. In mathematical induction, we know that first of all we need to prove that this statement is true for some initial natural number, and after that we shall assume that it is true for some positive integer n equal to m, and using this we shall prove that it is true for n equal to m plus 1. Then we can conclude that the statement is true for any natural number. So first we take some initial values of n. Now if n equal to 1, then the graph contains only one vertex, so we can exclude this. So we are starting with n equal to 2, because if n equal to 1, then the graph contains only one vertex with no edge. So we are starting with n equal to 2. Now if n equal to 2, that means the number of vertices is 2. So suppose these two be the vertices v1 and v2. Now this graph is connected, that means there exists an edge between these two vertices. So if we connect these two vertices, then the minimum number of edges here is 1. Now here number of vertices is 2 and number of edge is 1, which is 2 minus 1. Therefore the statement is true if the number of vertices is 2. Next assume that n equal to 3. That means number of vertices is 3. Now suppose these 3 be the vertices. Now since this graph is connected, so this vertex must be connected to at least one of these two vertices. Suppose this is connected to this vertex. Again the graph is connected, so this vertex must be connected to at least one of these two vertices. Suppose we are adding these two vertices. So now this becomes a connected graph. Now this connected graph has 1, 2, 3 vertices and 2 edges. So this is the minimum number of edges that a connected graph with 3 vertices may have. So this graph has 3 vertices and 3 minus 1, that is 2 number of edges. Therefore the statement is true for n equal to 3. Next we assume that the statement is true for n equal to m, where m is a positive integer. That means a connected graph with m vertices has at least m minus 1 number of edges. Suppose this being the graph which has m number of vertices and at least m minus 1 number of edges. Now if we add one vertex here, then the number of vertices will be m plus 1. So we have m plus 1 number of vertices. Now since this graph must be connected, so this vertex must be connected to at least one of these m number of edges. So just for simplicity, we assume that this vertex is connected to this vertex. So if we connect these two vertices, then the number of edges for this graph becomes m minus 1 plus 1, because initially it has at least m minus 1 number of edges. Now if we add one more edge, then the number of edges for this graph becomes at least m. So now we have this graph which has m plus 1 number of vertices and at least m minus 1 plus 1, that means at least m number of edges, which can be written as m plus 1 minus 1. So this graph with m plus 1 number of vertices, this is connected, then it has at least m plus 1 minus 1 number of vertices. Therefore we can conclude that the statement is true for n equal to m plus 1. Now we have assumed that the statement is true for n equal to m, and using this we have found that the statement is true for n equal to m plus 1. Therefore, by mathematical induction we can conclude that the statement is true for any positive integer n. Therefore, that completes the theorem that in a connected graph with n vertices, the minimum number of edges is n minus 1. Now we state the next theorem. A simple graph with n vertices and k components has at least n minus k number of edges. Now since the graph has k components, so this graph may not be connected. Now we have already proved this theorem for k equal to 1 in the previous theorem, that a simple graph is connected and it has n number of vertices, then it has at least n minus 1 number of edges, because for a connected graph the number of component is 1. Now using the previous theorem we shall prove that if a simple graph with n vertices has k components, then the minimum number of edges is n minus k. So we start the proof. It is given that the graph has n vertices and k components. So we assume that in the first component we have n1 number of vertices. In the second component we have n2 number of vertices. Continuing in this way, the last component, that means the kth component, has nk number of vertices. Next we assume that the first component has m1 number of edges, the second component has at least m2 number of edges, and continuing in this way, the kth component has at least mk number of edges. Now we just consider the first component. Since the first component itself is connected, it has n1 number of vertices and m1 number of edges, then by the previous theorem we can conclude that the minimum number of edges for this subgraph or this component is n1 minus 1. So the number of edges for this component must be greater or equal to n1 minus 1. Similarly for this component, since it is connected, it has n2 number of vertices, so the minimum number of edges should be n2 minus 1. So for this component, the minimum number of edges or the number of edges m2 is greater or equal to n2 minus 1. Now continuing in this way, we can easily find that for the last component or the kth component, the minimum number of edges is nk minus 1. So number of edges, it is greater or equal to nk minus 1. Now we have these k inequalities. So if we add all these k inequalities, we shall find that m1 plus m2 plus up to mk, this is greater or equal to n1 plus n2 up to nk minus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So there are actually k number of minus 1, so it is minus k. Now for this graph, component 1 has m1 edges, component 2 has m2 edges, and component k has mk edges. So total number of edges, suppose we assume that total number of edges is m. This is greater or equal to, now the graph has n vertices, so component 1 has n1 vertices, component 2 has n2 vertices, and component k has nk vertices. So total number of vertices is n. So n1 plus n2 up to nk, this is equal to n. So this sum is n. So it is n minus k. So here we find that for this graph, the number of edges is greater or equal to n minus k. So the minimum number of edges for this graph is n minus k. That completes the proof. So we have a theorem from which we can find the minimum number of edges for any graph. The graph may be connected or disconnected, but we can find the minimum number of edges. Now in the next theorem, we shall find the maximum number of edges for any graph. So this is the statement of this theorem. The maximum number of edges in a simple graph with n vertices and k components is n minus k into n minus k plus 1 divided by 2. Now we have proved one theorem in some previous part that for a simple connected graph with n vertices, the maximum number of edges is n into n minus 1 by 2. That means if we put k equal to 1, then the theorem reduces to that theorem. But we shall prove here the graph is not connected. So it has k number of components. So for n number of vertices and k number of components, we shall prove that the maximum number of edges may have is this. We shall prove this theorem by contradiction. So let us start the proof. Now it is given that the graph has n vertices and k components. Since the graph has k components, so each component must have at least one vertex. So we suppose that these are the k components which contains at least one vertex. So first component, second component, third component and kth component. We assume that each component contains at least one vertex. That must be true. So we have plotted k vertices in k components, one vertex in each component. Now we have n number of vertices, out of which we have already plotted k number of vertices. So the remaining vertices are n minus k. So these are the remaining number of vertices. Now we shall plot this n minus k number of vertices in this k components in such a manner that we get maximum number of edges. Now we claim that if we put all these n minus k number of vertices in a single component, then we can get maximum number of edges. Now let us find the number of edges if we put all these n minus k number of vertices in a single component. Suppose we are putting all these n minus k number of vertices in the last component. So if we put all these vertices in this component, then the number of vertices in each component will be 1, 1, 1, 1, and only for the last component the number of vertices will be n minus k plus 1. Now let us find the maximum number of edges in this graph. In the first component we have only one vertex, so number of edges will be 0. For the second component number of vertex is 1, again the number of edges should be 0. So for all the k minus 1 number of components, the number of edges will be 0. So only in the last component we can have some edges. The last component has n minus k plus 1 number of vertices. We know that if a graph has n number of vertices, then it has at most n into n minus 1 by 2 number of edges. So if the last component has n minus k plus 1 number of vertices, then the maximum number of edges in this component will be this one. So n minus k plus 1 into n minus k plus 1 minus 1 divided by 2. So if this component has this number of vertices, then the maximum number of edges may have this into this minus 1 divided by 2. So this is equal to n minus k into n minus k plus 1 by 2. Therefore the graph has at most this number of edges. Now we shall prove that this is the maximum number of edges this graph may have. Now we have claimed that if we distribute the n vertices in k components like this, then we get maximum number of edges. Suppose this statement is not true, then there must exist another way to distribute the vertices among the k number of components such that we get more than this number of edges. Suppose we are taking one vertex from this component and we are putting one vertex in this component. So if we take one vertex from this component to this component, then the number of vertices in this component will be 2 and the number of vertices in this component will be n minus k. Now let us find whether this distribution has more than this number of edges or not. So if we take one vertex from this component to this component, then for this component now there will be one more edge, because if we connect these two vertices we shall get one edge. So if we take one vertex from this component to this component, then one edge will be increased. But let us find how many edges will decrease if we take one vertex from this component to this component. So we are removing one vertex from this component. So if we remove one vertex from this component, then the number of edges will decrease by n minus k, because since we know that in a connected graph the number of edges is maximum if the graph is complete. So from a complete graph, if we remove one vertex, that means that vertex is connected to every other vertices of this component. So this vertex will be connected to all the remaining vertices, that means all the remaining n minus k vertices. So if we remove this vertex, then automatically the n minus k edges will be deleted, which are connected to this vertex to the other vertices. That means if we take one vertex from this component to this component, then the number of edges will be increased by 1 here, but n minus k number of edges will be decreased. So total number of edges for the graph will automatically be less than this. So this is a contradiction. Therefore our assumption is not true. That means there must not exist another distribution of vertices such that we can get more than this number of edges. Therefore our claim was right. That means if we plot all the remaining n minus k vertices in the last component, then the number of vertices in this component will be n minus k plus 1. Then we shall get maximum number of edges. Therefore our claim is correct. That means the maximum number of edges in a simple graph with n vertices and k components is n minus k into n minus k plus 1 by 2. That completes the proof. With this we complete this part. So see you in the next part. Until then, thanks for watching.